NSFW show, nerd stuff and freaking wrestling. Papa J in the building, better buckle up. For my fans, I'ma drink out the Stanley Cup. Like I said, now bow, better buckle up. And I got my people with me, what the fuck is up? Both back in the building with a new sound. Coming in loud, breaking through the crowd. NSFW, best show round. And I'm a big boy, so I know I make my family proud. The Z Money in the building, yeah, I'm going up. First episode, fans showing love. NSFW, nerd stuff, and I'm on a higher level, never coming down. We on a new level, on a new level. We on a new level, on a new level. We on a new level, on a new level. We on a new level, on a new level. The NSFW show.
Can you text Alex if you can't get...
wrestling. The NSFW show, nerd stuff and freaking wrestling.
I'm doing a show. I can't get up and do the cake.
Welcome.
I'm doing a show, man.
Welcome to the show, the internet's most family-friendly NSFW podcast, nerd stuff and freaking wrestling. That was our favorite co-host, Papa J, but I'm not gonna move the camera to him. But it's me, your main host, Bulk Lesnar. We got a show for you already. Everybody's steps are all thrown off today.
I'm back in the studio, and that's why everything's all fudged up. Bulk said it the best. It is indeed the season 3, episode 333 of the NSFW show. What does that mean?
333?
No, the nerd stuff fucking wrestling.
Nerds.
God, nobody's on beat.
Yeah, no, everybody's off. But we got some great topics for you guys today.
Somewhat.
Somewhat. We actually, I have I put a commission in, and it will be, I think, something for the show that is not a Z Money original. I have an NSFW show logo in the work.
Oh, damn.
I have a commission out from a friend.
Usually commission means you pay money.
Yeah.
Is the initials of that friend Chat GPT?
No.
Oh.
No,
it's Google Gemini.
Part of their name is I, though, so there's an AI in their name. We're gonna talk about AWF High Voltage, their first episode that aired last Friday. Our number 3 of our top 5 video games needing a remake or a remaster. Z Money needs to catch up.
Bro, I don't even remember what my number 1 was.
I have it written down.
90%, you're right. This is why you were the best.
Yeah.
Because I usually write it down, and I did not. Guess who did, though? The star of the fucking show.
We're gonna hit, just because we're reaching the last couple weeks of it, a little touch of foosball, a little touch of the sports ball. We got to talk about some stuff Z Money might be interested in.
Fuck football.
You're just upset because you're out.
Fuck politics and fuck football.
You're just mad because you guys got kicked out in the first round.
You don't even have a team.
Yeah, I did.
Nobody knows what you root for. Everybody knows who I root for.
Yeah, I've said it multiple times. I'm a fucking Patriots fan. They have been since 2002. I went to the Super Bowl. And how can people be obsessed with a certain topic and hate other topics completely if we can get around to that?
All right.
That's funny because I like that topic.
Yeah.
I've right off the top without even looking at any notes.
I hate it completely.
Exactly. Okay. There we go. Very good.
But we'll just go ahead and hit that little touch of foosball real quick because it's just a quick little thing.
I don't show up for 1 week and the studio's trashed.
Yeah,
It is.
Let me just say that. I don't show up because they know Z Money ain't gonna be here, so they're like, Papa J ain't gonna say shit. Bulk's our best friend, so we're just gonna do what we want. We're gonna fuck up the microphones. We're gonna do everything.
No. It was very clear. Papa J stated before the show he's actually had to work.
Yeah, I'm not liking it.
Yeah, so he hasn't had time to focus in here.
What are you watching YouTube for on your phone?
I'm just checking my views on my videos on TikTok.
Everybody's checking their phones right now.
Yeah, I was doing a sound check.
Listen, I'm gonna drive the show. I'll take over.
I was just doing a sound check. But
I'm talking shit. That's all I'm doing.
But just as a real quick notice, we have the AFC and NFC championship games this weekend.
Yes, for not NFL.
For the National Football League.
There's 2 different types of championship games. Actually, you know what?
Yeah, there's conference.
The college happened last weekend.
I don't watch college ball, so.
All right. I'm just going to leave it at that.
I don't watch college ball.
All right.
I only have so much time. But AFC Conference championship match will be the Denver Broncos versus New England Patriots, which is what my hope was for, because about a decade ago, the Broncos beat the Patriots, went on to the Super Bowl, and they won a Super Bowl. So I hold on to grudges for a very long time.
So it was the New York Giants that completely destroyed the Patriots
In 2008.
winning a perfect game year. The Patriots with Tom Brady. Remember Deflategate? Remember that, Papa J?
Yep, when he
Or
cheated,
they
let him get away with it because they're gutless.
That's the thing, man. But don't worry, that same person you think is a cheater went on to a whole new different team and a whole new different coach and still won a fucking Super Bowl. So I don't know what that means, but I feel like it has something.
The most winningest quarterback in all
the,
of the
the
NFL.
only
caught.
team to give the New England Patriots their loss of almost a perfect season of 19-0
Damn.
was the New York Giants.
So
With
the
Eli
Patriots have
Manning.
lost to only two teams. They've lost twice to the Giants. And Eli Manning was
I'm
the quarterback
talking
both
about
this time.
The year that the New
Yeah, I
England
know.
Patriots were
That's the
trying to go
Super Bowl
perfect.
I was at.
Yeah.
It was very devastating.
The only
especially,
team to give them the loss was the New York Giants.
yeah,
right?
they would have had the
That's what-
perfect
did
season.
I just not say that?
Yeah.
You said.
Holy
They would have
shit.
had the perfect season. Would have
And
been
you
the
said,
first.
nope.
It would have been the first because you said they. Never mind. They would have been the
I
first
got
team
quiet 'cause I'm
to
like,
do
go
it
ahead,
since
go
the
ahead.
Dolphins.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You guys
but-
are
but
fuckers. You
they-
guys are fuckers today.
Yeah, we
You're
are.
on one,
Yeah.
you're on one, and I'm on one.
I'm so upset today.
That's not, I can't wait for being on radio.
But
Fucking great to have you back.
I love being here. And it feels weird when I'm not here because I'm usually your right-hand man when it
Yeah.
comes to this show. It's one of my favorite shows to do. Don't ask Papa J because he'll tell you a lie about what I've said about your show. But for the most part, this is one of my favorite shows to do. Wink, wink.
Is there something in your eye? You
No, there's dog hair on my sweater.
But yeah, the Patriots have their second year, their sophomore quarterback, taking the team further than anybody believed they could. I was just like,
Do you
what
know
the?
the quarterback of the Patriots?
Yeah, Drake made May.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm just making sure, man.
Yeah.
You're talking about you're really hyped up.
Yeah, and the Denver Broncos sadly lost their starting quarterback because they decided to push their luck in the divisional game, and Bo Nix broke his ankle. Right before, 2 plays before the game was over, broke his ankle. Yeah, and the fan favorite pick for the Super Bowl was supposed to be the Denver Broncos versus the Chicago Bears,
Right.
and for the stupidest reason,
Wait, I thought the fan pick was Seahawks.
No,
versus
no.
Whatever team decides.
there's a large following.
do
that
you
one.
bet?
I don't.
Do
No.
you use DraftKings or FanDuel or anything
No,
like
no.
that? All the bets back before this was happening was
Yeah.
the Seahawks and the 49ers going against it.
Yeah.
Well, a fan favorite matchup is
The
different
Seahawks and the
than
40
the ones who are statistically going to make the playoffs.
Of course.
Also, the Seahawks and the 49ers are in the same division. They would never play in the Super Bowl against each other.
True.
But
Well, maybe I just
this,
made that up. Maybe it was
yeah.
Seahawks and somebody else.
it probably was the Broncos.
Probably.
But the Denver Broncos.
This is why
the
we can't
reason
talk about football
yeah.
because we don't fucking know.
Yeah, the reason why people wanted that Super Bowl is because the Denver Broncos, for some reason, were adopted by the anime community
Oh, my God.
because of a game that came out last year that I was playing. But
Are you fucking kidding me?
They were
we
adopt-
talked about this goddamn game.
yeah, they were adopted by Pretty Derby.
Both got into this because it was a free-to-play game on Steam.
On the phone. Oh yeah,
and
on
on the
Steam.
phone.
Yeah.
And it blew up, bro.
Yeah.
All the fanboys. Now, the reason why it might not be because of what you think. You would think because of a Pretty Derby game. If you have no familiar with what Pretty Derby is, if you go on your Google phone or your Apple phone or Steam and you type in Pretty
You know what?
Derby,
You know what we could do? We could show them what Pretty Derby
That's
is.
right. We have that.
We have the
no.
technology.
We have that
Oh,
ability.
no.
You can just show them a trailer of what Pretty Derby
Let's
is.
see here. Let me
What-
pull up my Steam account. But explain. Go ahead. I didn't
But,
mean to cut you off. That's my fault, sir.
But so the community, the Denver Broncos were adopted by that section of the anime and video game community. And then the Chicago Bears made it to the playoffs. And everybody's like, oh, this is divine providence. So they wanted the Bears against the Broncos so that way they could literally make the joke of this is God versus anime. Because the Pope, the Catholic Pope, is from Chicago.
Interesting.
That's why, which is the comment Bulk made in our group chat of, I wonder how the Pulp's feeling since the Bears lost. Which is exactly what I said.
That's what that was about.
This is pretty derby, by the way. This is, if you're looking at us live right now, I pulled up my Steam account, and you might be like, what the heck is, it's no shit. You think horses, right? Because you hear derby. No, it's hot anime chicks racing each other.
Actually, the company is not allowed to overtly sexualize the umas as they're called.
Umas?
Yeah, the uma means horse in Japanese.
Oh.
But
you know what? That's what sucks about anime is you got to warn these guys. Hey, don't sexualize the fucking animals.
because a lot of these, they're based off of real life derby horses.
All right.
And a lot of these horses have ties to the Yakuza.
Oh God!
So they're just the owners and whatnot. It's like you could license the horse. The Yakuza is like, if you get out of hand though, we'll talk to you.
So no furries.
Yeah.
Fucking anime.
Yeah.
And look at these chicks, man. They all look 8 years old, man. They're
Then it should be right up your alley.
No. I don't go lower than 10. But there's something so disturbing about anime. I can't even tell you.
Right, could you feel dirty watching it?
I feel like I'm supposed to feel dirty watching it. I'm just feeling disgusted.
Yeah, I mean, there's a large section of anime that should make you feel dirty watching it. Yeah. That's a whole genre, and it's not even hentai.
It's a whole thing.
But they got adopted by that community, like a couple cosplayers, and you know what a cosplayer is?
Oh yes.
So a couple cosplayers dressed up as the girls from there would go to the game and film a bunch of videos to where Denver News were just like, "Hey, we want to put you on the news."
Oh my God, that's asking for trouble.
And even the girls were just like, what, the news?" So they wanted that, but just like a real life horse, Bo Nix pushed himself and broke his leg.
Well, quarterbacks have notoriously thin ankles.
Yeah. But now I'm hoping the Rams are able to pull off a miracle against the Seahawks, and it's a Patriots-Rams Super Bowl for the third time, because my extended family are all Rams fans. I want the Patriots to beat them for a third time. That way I can legitimately tell my extended family, haha, the Patriots own your ass.
You can do what to your family?
I can tell them that the Patriots own the Rams.
I heard legitimately.
Legitimately.
I was like, what is I want to legitimize you.
Little Jimmy.
I want to legitimize you. I'll legitimize you right now, motherfucker.
Oh my.
Put your pants down. Wrong show.
This is the internet's most family-friendly NSFW podcast.
Family
Just reminding you guys to like, subscribe. Go down in the description down below and join us on the Big Lip Radio Discord. Big Lip Radio is the parent show of NSFW, and you can interact with Big Lip Radio, NSFW, and everything that we have down in there.
Isn't it weird how I show up and everything just works? Weird.
It's scared of you. It doesn't want to get angry.
Weird. You need to get a ROG Ally too. Get a ROG Ally.
Yeah, I'm hoping to have one soon.
Yeah, I think we're both gonna have the same one.
Yeah.
I already have one, but it's him you should be yelling at, not me.
PC gamers suck.
All right.
I want a PC
what if I
game
use a
in my
PC
bed.
to play all my Xbox games?
Yeah.
You still suck.
Okay. I actually got a new computer chair, and it's not like an office chair or anything. It's a full ass pushback recliner.
Yeah.
It is a small recliner that I have right in front of my computer. So I sit towards the front of it when I'm gaming, so that way I can sit up straight without the back support.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, oh, it's time to just relax and watch some TV on it, and just bam, full recline.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. My mom was like, I don't want that chair anymore, and I'm like, I'll take
talking
it.
About.
Yeah, I'll take a free chair. It's a lazy boy
A
too.
recliner chair? Who hasn't thought of that?
Yeah.
Right.
Me.
Me. It's just the one thing I want to do is I want to take off the wooden peg legs and then get like casters. Just so
you can slide it around.
So it's a 4-wheel caster.
Push yourself off the ground and move away to go get your drinks. That'd be the best, man.
Oh yeah,
that would be the best.
But we know we're waiting for potentially a special guest, so we'll go ahead and move on to another.
What do you mean? You don't want to talk about football no more?
Yeah, I just said it was a quick touch.
Football sucks.
I said a touch of foosball.
Oh, yeah, touch your foosballs. Touch your foosballs.
Foosball's touching the head.
Just pull them out.
But Z Money's got some catching up to do.
Oh, yeah, he does.
We talked about remakes and remastered. Nobody could remake or remaster Z Money though. And you only get one.
You give me whether I'm angry or or
I'm
not.
gonna put you on the spot.
I'm here.
So Z Money.
Yeah.
Papa J and I said what our number 4s were last week.
All right.
And we need to know what your number 4 is. And I wanted to remind you what your number 5 was. Lowest on your list.
Okay.
Which originally I stole from you, your first choice.
Yeah.
And then you chose, because I stole Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2 from you.
God damn it.
And then, but you chose another racing game. Can you remember what racing game it was?
Oh, it was Midnight Club?
No.
What is it?
Diddy Kong.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense now.
Yeah.
Diddy Kong Racing. If they remake that, that's my number 5 from last week or
Yeah.
the week before.
The week
Because,
before.
I need to give you 2 of them, don't I?
Yeah, you got to give us 2.
What was go ahead and refresh me. What was your last few that you gave? Because
So-
I'm not trying to give the same one.
Mine,
Right,
5 and 4 were Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2 and Jet Force Gemini.
All right.
Papa J had Road Rash, and he wants a remaster, right, of Resident Evil 0.
Yep.
Dang. Now, there's a game for my number 4 that came out on the OG Xbox. I will type it in and show it after this. It was called Valkyrie Profile. Do you remember that?
the
It was
name
one
is-
of the original release games for the Xbox. And my God, if you had a mech or a Gundam game that didn't require you to have a 5-stick controller in front of you, this was that version without the 5-stick controller. Mech Assault.
Mech Assault that had the $200 fucking controller with it. That was fucking amazing right there.
I'm sorry. I
said
tried to take
Valkyrie.
a 10-second.
You
Yes.
said
So the Valkyrie Profile games haven't had. Oh, shit.
Oh,
They just get remastered recently?
I think so. God damn
So
it.
it looks like 2022.
All right. Well, here's the other one Streets of Rage 2.
yeah.
Did nobody pick Streets of Rage yet?
Nope.
Streets of Valkyrie is not on this list and already been. I'm learning that it was remade in 2022. Streets of Rage 2. Now they did come out. Xbox did, not Xbox, but it was on the Xbox system.
Yeah. It's on
With
everything.
the Streets of Rage 4.
Which is why I didn't add that to my list because of the sequel that just came out last year.
Yes, I want the one, Papa J, you and I played in my trailer house. Not mine.
Is that Axel and Cody?
By Axel and Cody. Cody's the kids with the rollerblades, and Axel's the fucking white guy, right?
Right.
Or vice versa.
Then you had Hagar.
Vice versa. Hagar, right? Streets of Rage 2 was such an impactful game, not only because of the game itself, but because of what was happening around me. I was in a time where I didn't have a lot of friends. I lived in a trailer. I stunk like cigarettes going to school. I was that kid that you didn't want to be around. So there was not too many friends, but my mother thought she knew best and decided to hook up with a pedophile, but I didn't have it. I didn't have it.
I can't believe it. That's for the other show.
We're not on TikTok, so.
I didn't have it. So what I did was I secluded myself from the pedophilia and I played video games, right? That's how I got out of it. I played video games and screamed bloody murder when shit wasn't happening. So nobody fucked with me. So Streets of Rage 2 holds near and dear to my heart because Papa J came out. It was, like I said, early
Papa J
90s.
came out?
He came out of the closet. No, he came out to the trailer of the pedophilia that before we knew he was what he was.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? And he, no shit, sat down right next to me and we beat the shit out of Streets of Rage 2.
We beat it.
I sucked. I didn't get no. He carried me the whole time.
Right.
Papa J carried me the whole time.
Papa J, I just have to ask real quick. Well, we're talking about Streets of Rage because this is a beat 'em up.
Right.
Have you played Cosmic Invasion yet?
Not yet. I'm waiting for the physical copy to come out March 13th. So I'm biding my time.
You're sleeping?
Yes, right.
You're biding your time?
And I can't find Terminator 2D, so I may have to get that one digital because I really fucking want to play that game.
Yeah, Terminator 2D is cool. I saw. Didn't you have a video of Terminator in general that you just recently did within the last 2 months?
Oh yeah.
I feel like you did because I posted
Both on
it.
the Xbox and the GameCube.
Yes, and then that was a Shinobi that they released as some weird side scroller. But Streets of Rage 2, well, it says here, when did it come out? 1992.
Right.
97% of Google users like that game. It's known as a bare knuckle 2 in Japan. Yep, I didn't even know that. It's also a beat 'em up video game developed and published by Sega for Sega Genesis.
All right, now let me ask you this: when it comes to that remake, Are you looking for Streets of Rage 4 style graphics, or would you like photorealistic graphics, which they could easily do and not have the lag of the old digitized games?
Neither. What I want them to do is add a few extra features to the original Streets of Rage. I want them to add a feature where we have achievements.
Right.
And I want them to add an online feature where I can drop in with two other players. Is that the most, or did I have 4?
Oh, I got bad news for you.
What?
We already have that. It's sitting on my Xbox right now.
Right?
Yeah.
Dope. Damn, every game I picked so far.
It's sitting on the Xbox right now. It's the old
Streets of
school
Rage 2?
1, 2, and 3.
They all have the online play?
It came out in a package, and it's sitting on my Xbox Series X
So
right
they already
now.
did everything I want. So technically Streets of Rage 2 isn't even the game I could pick.
But it's not a remaster or a remake because it's still the old game, just with a couple of features in there.
So I can't play it like on Xbox or Steam or anything like that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, then I feel like
It was part of the, back when Sega was doing the Sega Ages thing.
Yeah, weirdly enough, as I posted in a few of the other games I mentioned that already had remakes and remasters, they popped up with the newest one. So it says Streets of Rage 2 Sega playthrough. I don't see any. All right, well, I believe you. I'll take it as it is. So I don't have any other games off the top of my head. So
Yeah, well, all of them, they're
you're going to have to move on to one of you two.
Give you a moment to think. Well, we'll move on to Papa J since he's crushing your dreams.
All right. Now, the reason I asked that specific question about what you'd want to see in your remake is I'm cruising around X, and we're building quite a nice retro community on X right now. And one of the guys said he would want to see, and this is going to be my number 3 pick because it's a great fucking idea. He would want to see Resident Evil 1, the PlayStation version, remade with photorealistic graphics, and he had a nice little section. Actually, he used Resident Evil 2 of gameplay that's clearly AI inspired.
Yeah.
But you can see all these familiar locations, except for it's the graphics are about as realistic as the remake of Silent Hill 2. Except for it's all fixed cameras, fixed camera angles, and the same fucking screens and rooms we're all familiar with. It's just the graphics are just photorealistic. And
Now,
I'm like,
aren't they
fuck,
coming
that'd
out
be
with that
fun.
new one you said? They're coming out with a brand new Resident Evil remake.
They're
that's 5.
They're remaking 5. I think they've announced 0, and the brand new Resident Evil is coming out. I think later this month.
Somebody's clearly listening to our remakes because they're putting out so many fucking remakes, man.
Right.
So many. Not the ones we've mentioned here, but
Yeah, no, Bethesda just took 2 of mine away from me.
Fallout 2 that
3.
they're making first person.
Yeah, well, that and Fallout 3 and New Vegas are getting remastered.
Oh, shit.
But they're putting it in the Fallout 4 engine.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck you.
What about now? There's games that are like this now. Alien Front Online for the Sega Dreamcast. Now,
Right.
the reason why that game would probably be so much better nowadays than it was then is because on the Sega Dreamcast, you had to hit a button on a separate attachment that you had to buy for your Dreamcast controller that looked like a fucking weird dildo poking out the front of the controller.
Yeah, it was a microphone with a little wind ball on top of it.
It was a fucking microphone, and you in the game could talk to the people next to you, but you had to push a button, and you only got, 3 seconds to record a message?
Yeah, you had up to 3 seconds.
And it took 20 to 60 seconds to go into the actual game so you could hear it come out the TV. So he would be sitting there waiting. People are talking shit, and you're trying to get this message across, but it wouldn't go through at the right time. So after all the shit talk is done, your message would come through, and you'd look like a fucking complete asshole.
Yeah, you'd hold the Y button, and it's recording now, and you got 3 seconds to say, yeah, your mom's a hoe.
Yep.
And then when you let go of it, it would send the message.
Yes. So Alien Front Online is a 2001 Sega Dreamcast third-person shooter where players fight in tank battles between invading aliens and human forces. It says it's featuring online multiplayer with voice chat and single-player mode with 60 missions. I feel like if we could bring that game to these current consoles now and add all the normal features we have with games today, this game would be much better than what it was. And I remember that because I fucking hated talking shit. I loved talking shit, but because of that game, I hated it because it was so. It just didn't work. It didn't work. I got called a gay wad, but it wasn't even me. It just I didn't know who called me the gay wad because 10 minutes later it was somebody else that I was fighting. I'm like, did you just call me? No, because it had to have been 2-3 minutes later.
Right. Right. It was a pain in the
Yeah,
ass.
Alien Front Online would be my not number 5, but my number 4. Alien Front. So Diddy Kong Racing is my number 5. Alien Front Online officially because Streets of Rage 2 we've
Already
realized-
done.
But Alien Front Online would be my number 4. So now that brings us up to speed, right?
No, you just got one more.
So did you give your number 3?
I haven't given it yet. No.
Did you give your number 3?
Yes.
Yeah, Resident Evil with
Just making sure I'm all on the same page. So.
All right. Well, I'll give you some time to think
All right,
about another one. My number 3, and I'm gonna go ahead and just throw it in the collection because I want all of it to be remastered. Is I want a Star Fox remastered collection. Give me current gen graphics with both Star Fox games. Let me play as James McCloud. Let me play as Fox McCloud through both the original NES story or Super Nintendo story and the N64 story. Give me brand new current gen graphics. Give me Metroid Prime Beyond. Give me that graphics and give me Star Fox Adventures.
Damn. All right. That's a good one.
So I want it is an underutilized IP from Nintendo. If they would have put out Star Fox stuff, it would sell. No doubt would sell.
Right. That's a one of the many properties Nintendo has that they've let sleep. And I think the world is ready for a Star Fox game. The GameCube one was all right, but it had a little too much RPG action and not enough space fight.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm like release a collection. Give me because you have the it's the whatever the fuck the cartridge again.
Right.
It's just like you did with the Super Mario, where you had the 1, 2, and 3, the All Star.
Right.
Super Mario All Star.
Right. They added everything in the
That
one.
was so cool.
It's just do that. It's just give us a remaster of because the Star Fox and then Star Fox 64, they're not large games.
Right.
You're just basically giving a graphics update but keeping everything else the same. It's Star Fox Adventure that would take up the most space. Or you just release 2 separate cartridges.
And not only that, but oh shit, I just lost it. Oh, Star Fox 2, which was only commercially available on the Mini. It might be on the Nintendo Online service.
I was gonna say they didn't officially release any other Star Fox besides Star Fox that originally came out on the Super Nintendo. It's Star Fox Adventures, right?
Right.
Those are two different ones.
Star Fox on the original Nintendo, Star Fox 64, Star Fox Adventures, and then
You said
Star Fox
original Nintendo?
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
Star Fox that came out on the original Nintendo.
Or
Super Nintendo.
Nintendo.
100%.
Yep.
and then Star Fox Armada.
Okay.
Star Fox Armada, I'm not familiar with.
It came out on the Wii U.
Oh, that nobody bought.
Yes.
Star
it.
Fox 2 was a super exclusive to your
No,
point.
there's another. There's
to the Super Nintendo Mini. That's
Right.
you were
Let's see if it's on the online service.
Do you have the idea, Bulk, of where you might have seen it? Where did I cut you off from when you were about to say something?
no, I think there's one other Star Fox games. One other Star Fox game.
But Star Fox 2 in itself, I know, was a huge selling point to pick up the Super Nintendo Classic from Nintendo. Those little Android-based consoles that had all the games on it. That's when they first released
Yeah.
it, I think, to the American public was on that.
Yeah,
I
that's
could
when
be-
it was first released,
I
right?
could be wrong, but what do you have? You said, Papa John.
It is available now. It was first and only released on the Super NES Mini. And it has since come to the Nintendo Online service. So we do have access to Star Fox 2. So
That's pretty dope.
we got Star Fox 64, Star Fox 2, Star Fox 0, Star Fox Assault, Star Fox Adventure.
DS. Remember
Guard,
Star
and
Fox
DS.
Zero was on DS. Phantasy Star Zero was on DS too, by
yes,
the
it
way.
was.
Holy
I
shit.
have that one. I don't have the Star Fox DS, but I have the Phantasy Star Online DS, which plays much better than the Phantasy Star Online that was just released about 4 years ago.
You want some vagina juice?
No, keep that thing away from me. That thing's fucking. No! How are you drinking from that, dude? Dude, it smells like Van Buren vagina, bro.
Because I put lemon and lime in there.
Oh my!
I squeezed a lime and I squeezed a lemon in there. So I mask the
Better
bullshit.
Squeeze a fucking
I'm
penicillin
gonna
in
squeeze
that.
you out in there in a second.
Oh man. So Z-Money, did you have enough time to think about a number 3?
Yeah. Now, Papa J, you made me think about this game because you covered it on our TikTok. It was a game where I lived in a cul-de-sac in a town called Owatonna, Minnesota.
Yes.
Owatonna, Minnesota was double the size of West Concord, Minnesota, which was 805 people. Well, guess
It
what?
was much more than double.
It was.
You had about 20,000.
I'm
people.
under exaggerating,
but it's,
I'm trying
it's
to
very
do
much
things.
a small town.
It was 30 miles away, right?
Yep.
West Concord's a town in the middle of nowhere where any other city you want to get to is about 30 minutes away.
right.
30
right.
minutes. Doesn't matter where you're going, how big you want it to be, 30 minutes away.
If you
Otherwise,
wanted to hit a Walmart or a McDonald's, you had a 30-minute drive.
the town only had a gas station and bowling alley and maybe a video rental place back in the day.
Oh,
right?
they did back in the day.
So the game I ended up playing in this cul-de-sac was very specifically because I had been invited to the cool kids' house where their parents are rich and they could afford the Nintendo 64.
All right.
They could afford this Nintendo 64, but they couldn't afford all the neighborhood kids to come in and eat their snacks and play their fucking games. So the boys, the brothers, right, that we went out back and played football in their backyard, and that's how they usually determined who would come in.
All
If
right.
you won the football game, and there was 15, 20 kids in this neighborhood, and we all were friends. I happened to be on the team that won once. So I was on the boys' team. We go into their house and they load up this Nintendo 64. I'm like, oh, I'm so fucking excited. I'm poor. I can't afford
Right.
this. This is cool as shit. I'm sitting in their basement because usually in a state like Minnesota, you have, what do they call it, split levels?
Yeah.
Where you'd walk in at base level and you were met with a staircase downwards or upwards.
Right.
The base level is usually the drive or the garage and the driveway.
Right.
There was nothing else there. But if you walked up the stairs, you hit the main family room, maybe a bedroom and the kitchen for sure. And then you go downstairs and it would be like a big open area, but then there'd be 2 or 3 rooms off that open area.
Right. 2 or
That
3
were-
bedrooms and a
correct.
bathroom.
And maybe a laundry room, right? Right? Depending on where you were. Bro, I got to play the very first Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Do you know how
man.
fucking cool it was to see your buddy? Now, I got to play for like 2 minutes before the kids took it back over because we're all
Right.
kids, right? They want to show off how cool they are, so they were just playing it. When I saw them pilot it, it's an X-Wing fighter, right? It's
Yep.
not the bad one. To go around the, what are those big robots with the 4 legs and the head that looks like a dog without a tail?
Oh, that was a snow speeder going up against the AT-ATs. The all-terrain
the
armored
AT-ATs.
transports.
Yes, and they had to take the rope and hit this button so you shit out a rope and you could tie these fucking big huge machines up and then it'd fall over and that was part of the mission. That caught me so off guard. I was like, you can do this in video games?
Right.
You can do this in video games? I didn't know that. I'm used to Tomb Raider and being able to barely jump up onto a ledge or react to a bear running at you and you have to shoot with your pistol where it takes 10 seconds after you hit the button to shoot the fucking gun.
Right.
That's what I'm used to. But this Nintendo 64 revolutionized, I felt like, quick movements, instant action.
Now, I don't know if this is still true, but at one point, the Hoth battle was the most often recreated movie scene in video games. Okay, the very first Star Wars commercially available Star Wars video game
Yeah.
was from Parker Brothers on the 2600, and it was the Hoth battle.
Yeah.
And
You graduated to Rogue Squadron 2 on the GameCube.
Right.
And they perfected that fucking
oh, how
Hoth battle.
great did that look?
I played it at your house
Right.
in your studio that was falling off the rest of your fucking
I
house.
remember that.
You had to like demolish that studio because it was no shit hang up. You'd say, look at that crack going from here to there.
Yeah.
My game room is gonna fall into the ground.
Yep.
And then you got rid of it, right? And then we ended
Yeah,
up
yeah.
moving.
I had it torn down, and
Yeah.
then I used the front room as the game room.
Right. So that was probably the second memory I would have with that Star Wars Rogue Squadron game. The first one being the Nintendo 64. They need to remake that.
Right.
Remake it. The second memory I have is from that Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 doing the Hoth battle.
Right. Now, the Hoth battle was also in Shadows of the Empire on the 64,
Okay.
as well as Rogue Squadron, and it
played-
was in the first 2 Rogue Squadrons, and yeah, it was all over the place.
I think the only other Star Wars game I played back
Unleashed.
then was on the PlayStation
Force
was
Unleashed.
called Star Wars Dark Forces.
Oh yeah.
First person
It's been
doomish,
remade.
doomish fucking
Right,
game
right.
where you run around the levels, you got to open the doors and kill all the shit in front of you. It was literally a Doom clone.
Right.
That's what it
And that
was.
one was just remastered 2 years ago.
And one of my
2.5.
mom's husbands at the time, not now, but at the time, Keith, he ended up buying that for me. So,
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he got me a lot, bro, and I treated him like complete shit. And then he was, a, good guy. He was a good guy.
I had
He was
Dark.
a good fucking guy.
I have Dark Forces for the PlayStation.
Oh.
I have Rogue Squadron 1, 2, and 3 for the 64 and GameCube.
All right.
Hey, I got all that shit, man. Sitting right back there.
Hell yeah, we're gonna have to play that. We're gonna have to play that.
Pod racing.
Pod
racing.
Ironically enough, I feel like I have a lot of time with pod racing too.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of time with pod racing too. Now that I think about it.
I was we my brother and I, we didn't even play with Anakin. We just played with him enough to unlock other characters. I remember
Sabalba!
my brother.
That's what he would say every time.
What he would say.
Every time you pick that character, Sabalba. That's his catchphrase. Sabalba.
My brother's favorite ship was Team Toe Pagalis, the one he sits in the center of the disc. And then mine was Mars Guo because I love the fucking big ass.
I just always played with Anakin because it was the fastest pod racer ever built.
Yeah.
And they remade Pod Racer, by the way, too.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
many times.
Oh yeah.
A bunch of times. It was so good. Pod Racer, 1999 racing video game developed and published by LucasArts. Obviously,
Oh, well, that's just talking for shits and giggles.
right? 95% of Google users liked it. And there's not a bad. Steam gave it a 9 out of 10. IGN, 7.2 out of 10. This game, there's nothing negative to say about it.
Oh,
If they
it was a
could-
great racer.
And it was a blue cartridge, too, on the 64. It was one of the only, besides NWO versus WCW Revenge or whatever that was. What that was a blue cartridge, too, wasn't it?
I think there was only one yellow cartridge.
Well, that was not Zelda. That was Pokemon Snap.
Oh, there's two then.
Okay. Well, let me find out. You go ahead and think about it.
I think it was Hey You Pikachu.
Oh,
Yeah. Also, Madden NFL was on a blue cart. I've got it back there.
that's what I'm saying. There's a couple other games. It says Nintendo 64 games came in various cartridge colors. They came in black, blue, green, and red, with the unique ones like Pokemon Stadium 2 and gold, and some games having both colors. So, let's see. Common and notable colors. Standard gray. Let's see. Gold featured The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask, Pokemon Stadium 2. Yellow was used for Diddy Kong 64, Earthworm Jim 3D, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Black was Aldean Chronicles. Never heard of it. Armories and Batman Beyond. I didn't even realize those ones. Blue was Bassmaster 2000. Hydro Thunder. And then some of the Madden titles. The red was NBA Jam 2000, Jeremy Grass Supercross, and Rocket, Robot, and Wheels. And the green was for games like Army Men, Air Combat, and Rayman 2. Why do they have different colors, Papa J? Do you know why?
I do not.
It says the publisher's choice. Nintendo allowed publishers to pay extra for colored cartridges for initial runs. It says the cost savings sometimes used color for the first print run and switched to cheaper gray for subsequent prints if sales were strong. So that's the way you can tell if you got a first edition of the game is through the colors. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize there was a whole I thought it was just developers like, I want mine to be blue. We'll pay you $30,000, which is a quarter correct compared to what they're saying here on Google.
Yeah, but one scheme I've been seeing, like people are requesting to come back, is clear electronics.
Oh,
the
90s.
Boy
That's so
Color.
90s.
That's the perfect one.
transparent.
You had the purple. Like,
I had the transparent purple Game Boy Advance.
I had the Game Boy Color that way, and I think the Game Boy Advance was the one I had was right over there,
Right.
upside down on Darth Vader's hands.
Yeah, because if I put it right side up, it
It falls
overbalances. It falls.
That's
Get kind of weight.
That's fucking funny. I heard somebody pull up.
Yeah, Alex is here.
Is that your host?
Man in black.
The man in black is here. Bam, bam.
Damn, my tricep looks huge. In here. Look at that shit. Gotta zoom in.
Look, I'm not gay, but your arms are looking fucking phenomenal today, bro.
Look at that thing.
Hello, Papa J.
Look at that fucking vein going through your bicep.
Is that tumor?
Look at
see that?
that fucking vein going through your
That's my
bicep.
arm. I'm just hanging out here. All right, cool. Whatever. I guess that's what
Stick
not
your
drinking
hand
does.
there.
You can see all the rips.
How long you got now? Oh, wait. That's
Wrong
for the next
show. Wrong show. I'm doing
Next
it.
show. Tune in to Big Lip Radio.
I'm excited. You want to find out about my tricep and why it's so freaking toned? Look at that.
Yeah, you'll hear about Zach's relapse if you tune in to Big Lip Radio starting
My right arm.
by 6 o'clock. It's gonna be late today.
But you know, as you said, he's here. He's making his way in. I'll go ahead and do a little bit of shilling.
You know what? We can talk about high voltage because we had a watch party in here in the doghouse Saturday night for High Voltage.
Yeah.
The man in black, his whole family, even my blushing bride came in here. She didn't like hanging out in the doghouse because she considers it my space. And
Yeah.
I keep telling her, just bring sandwiches. You can come hang. So anyway, we were all in here eating pizza, watching High Voltage, and we watched Super Tape 93. I mean, we had a great night Saturday night. But High Voltage, we watched. Now, the live play didn't have any commentary. But the replay, Gabe, the owner and booker for AWF, did play-by-play.
Yeah.
He's really good, by the way. And I wasn't sure how good he'd be because you could tell he was nervous in the opening when the camera was on him, and he was thanking everybody for getting AWF to where they're at right now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, this might be but no, he's great on the fucking mic, man.
So I watched it as it aired on YouTube.
As it aired live.
As it aired live on YouTube, let me go ahead and scroll backwards to Friday night through my my text messages.
Right.
All right. So
I'll be playing it in the background. by the way.
it aired at 6 p.m.
Nice.
last
Make it
Friday,
big.
January 16th. Episode 2 will air this Friday at 6 p.m.
Right.
On January 23rd. Do you want me to switch it to the
No, you're good.
All right. So I messaged Alex, is like, do you want any notes while I watch?
Right.
Okay, so I'm actively, as the show's actively playing, I sent him whatever notes I had.
Right.
So my first, so I have no interaction with Gabe. I've never met Gabe.
Me neither.
Or anything. So first match done. Commentator is soft spoken sometimes, hard to hear him. I do think it would benefit from a 2-person team, one for a clinical talk, one for color. Second
Right.
match going, and mic location has been must have been fixed because it's easier to hear him
Sounded
now.
much better, right?
Yeah.
By the way, that's Ozzy we're looking at right now,
Nagoosh.
and
Degoosh.
Ozzy was here on the farm, training for the wrestling there, and I love the way his shoes are all lit up, man. That is phenomenal. Hey, man, it's back.
Oh, he's here.
Ah, it's Bob.
And in my villa.
Oh, the Bob.
This old house. He's building it for us.
We got pretzel crust there and pepperoni there.
Oh yeah, quick little highs, but you know, as the show ended, I sent him one more text. It was like, overall, episode went well. I enjoyed it. Tried to share about next month's tapings in the comments. This is what threw me off the most about it. The abrupt end was off-putting. There was no slow outro. People wanted to chat in the live chat, but since it was quiet, everybody left almost immediately. Chubby Depp came into the chat right at the end.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And because there was nothing going on, there was no music or, slideshow or anything. Nobody, even
Yeah,
in
just
attacking.
cold ending.
Yeah,
Right.
cold ending. Everybody left. Also, something got cut I was expecting from the show, but I heard it's being moved to this week. So
This week's episode,
Yeah.
right.
Overall, great show. This opening match of Ozzy and Dagoosh was good. Good start for the show.
Right.
I was the highlight from my night watching it was the tag match of the Creed versus Sexy Mike, Mighty Sexy.
Sexy Roy.
Sexy.
No,
Roy.
the team name was it Mighty Sexy?
Oh yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah, but that tag match was, I think, in my opinion, really well done. It didn't feel like there was any slow parts in the match.
Right.
Overall, I enjoyed all four matches.
Yeah, the whole thing kicked ass.
Yeah.
The production value was much better than I thought it was going to be. This is at the AWF training facility out there in the west side. Now, if you know anything about Papa J, you know I don't like to go any farther west than 48th Street unless I got a full tank of gas and a loaded EBT card, because I don't know if they take money out that far. But but yeah, so this is out in the west side, and in their training facility, and that is a really nice facility, Alex. How long have you guys had that?
Couple years now. It's not our first one, but it's been, I think, probably the one that we've had the longest. You know, to the naked eye, it looks like a hole in the wall from the outside, but you go inside and see how well kept it's been, how much work's been put into.
Just that quality alone, if you're watching us,
Right.
the fact that it's foggy, but I'm not having to stare through the fucking fog.
Right,
I don't know how
right.
you accomplish that. That is this camera angle and the other one so far that I've seen, it looks like you put time into it. You put
We
fucking
did.
effort.
We put a lot
You
of effort
cared.
into it, and a lot of it happened that day. I was pointing and directing of certain things, and I had a great team. I had a great group of guys that busted ass, and some of the guys that you see in the ring that night, you know, I don't mean to blow her spot, but SOS, that young lady busts her ass, and I adore her for how hard she works and how great of a job she does. But I mean, she was hanging trusses by the entrance. She was helping. I mean,
Look at that.
she did
There's
so
lights.
much.
There's everything.
And
Look at that. That's a.
You know what I love about it though is
That's
when
the
you
one
look
you're
at
talking
the,
about.
when you look at the just the overall production value of it.
Right.
You know what it reminds me of? Wrestling in the Dallas Sportatorium. It doesn't look overproduced. It doesn't look
Nope.
too pretty. It looks like a grungy meat grinder of a wrestling company, and I like that about us.
Right. WCCW Wrestling with the Von Erichs.
And the Freebirds.
Right. The Freebirds and the Von Erichs carried that that territory for, decade and a half.
They sure did.
And phenomenal. Phenomenal
Phenomenal.
stuff. Look at this. I'm just busy watching the wrestling, man.
What was your highlight, Mr. Man in Black? What was your highlight? Because you were running this shit, right?
Yeah.
What do
me-
you think is your highlight?
For me, the highlight of the night was watching a young lady by the name of Alyssa debut. She had her very first match that night, and it was very emotional for her. Now, you're not going to see it on this episode.
All right.
It will air.
I was looking
believe
real hard.
next year. It'll air next year. I'm sorry.
This Friday.
This upcoming week.
This Friday.
But as the taping sat throughout the entire night, remind you, we had 11 matches or so. 2
Right.
hours live audience participation. It's going to be split into 4 episodes.
Everybody looks
but
so they're just hanging out, waiting for it. They're like, "What are you gonna do? You're gonna put your ass in my face and fart?"
two of my two highlights. One of them was Alyssa debuting because I helped her put that match together, and I saw how much she cared, and I saw that nervous young lady. You know, the inner child in her. The same.
You watched her grow, bro.
Yeah, I watched the same thing happen in her that happened to me at 14 years old, walking out in front of a couple thousand people, and I recognized that, and I gave her a small gift in the locker room, just a small token of like a consolation. And I told her, I said, keep this in your bag because in 10 years you're going to look back at this little coin that I'm giving you, and it, you know, nobody stopped, nobody
Challenge
cared.
coin?
Not even, yeah, I guess you could say that. Nobody stopped and cared enough to give me anything to remember my first night in the wrestling business. I can only go by memory of what I have, but I gave her something tangible to look back at and say this was my first wrestling night in the wrestling business.
Do you know how respectable that is? You know how many other people have been in your position just hiring on new talent because it's like we need somebody to fill a spot. It sounds like you give a shit. It sounds like you might be here to start something, but you're not just a spot filler.
I do
and this
give
is
a
how
shit.
I'm about to show you. You're not. So you commended this young wrestler.
What did it for me was the Monday prior, I met her and I signed on to agent and producer match. And I spoke to her a lot after we got done putting some things together, and she started crying because she was getting emotional and nervous.
That's how you know.
And that right there, I said, "You're crying because you care.
Impact.
You're crying because this matters to you."
Look at that jump kick.
That was a hell of a
kick.
drop kick.
I
She
hate
walked
to
in
interrupt you, but this is so phenomenal.
not long after the production meeting. She came in and she's like, "I've got a pre-tape." I said, "Okay, what's the pre-tape?" She's like, "They're introducing me in the pre-tape," and she's like, she's shaking, nervous. She's like, "I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do." And I said, "Stop. Who are you?" I said, "What have you done in this life?" She said, "Well, I used to be a gymnast and now I'm a nurse." I said, "Perfect. Stop right there." I said, "When was the last time you saw somebody die in your hospital?" She said, "Wednesday." I said, "Tell me about that. Tell me the stakes that of the pressure that you're under when somebody gets rolled into your hospital and you have to treat a man with a gunshot wound and then it's life or death. And then compare them to the stakes of what you're going to put your body through tonight in your very first professional wrestling match. Compare the two worlds and give reverence to the one you're about to step into tonight and explain to me why it's important to you. Just tell me the truth about who you are, and we'll fill in the rest later, but just tell me the truth and introduce yourself genuinely to the audience. And she went in there and did that. And then I pulled her out behind the curtain before her match. I gave her that coin. Said, just remember this in 10 years when you're somebody having the same conversation with the next young group of kids coming in. Remember this night. And she started crying again. She's like, get away from me. You keep making me cry. And then she's like, can we get a picture she's like, can I get a picture with you? And I was like, yeah, absolutely.
Take a picture with me so I can leave and stop crying.
She had a one of those Polaroid cameras. Yeah. And she had somebody take the picture of us, and she waved it and, did the thing. And then she signed it for her first night in the business and gave it to me. It's sitting in my house right now.
That is awesome. I don't know how to put this in right terms, but those
is the dad in black.
Kind of, those exactly. Those times where you wish you had a father. There's people out there who don't have a father, but then there's those guys who step in and want to take that role and actually do something with it, not just say, I'm a stepdad and I beat the shit out of my kid. That you're not like that. You're Daddy Black.
Somebody actually was
Your
recording
Black,
her match
bro.
through the curtain as like her own personal footage, and they overheard me on the camera. I watched her whole match through that little slit in the screen right there, while timing her match and talking to the referee. And I remember I clapped and like jumped for joy when she got the pin. Oh, I don't want to spoil anything. When she finished the match, when the match was over, I remember looking at SOS, and I remember looking at a couple people that were with her that night, and I said, I feel like a proud papa because I'm a dad of 4 daughters, and I just watched this little girl go out there and bust her ass and do a great job. And to me, she had the match of the night. She had the best debut in AWF
Match of the
history.
night!
That's my opinion.
You are such. What's the word I'm looking for? Like somebody who's inspirational. Not even that. Somebody who wants to make a difference. You're not just trying to do some. You're trying to do what didn't happen to you, and that's what most dads want. Most people in their lives. When I grow up, I don't want to be like my parents because of X, Y, Z. Right. When I grow up, I don't want to be like this person X, Y, Z, and they usually just say it. Right. They just say it, and then they go about doing the normal same shit everybody else does. You don't.
That's why I quit drinking. I found myself being like my parents.
Right. You made a difference in this person's life, and there wasn't somebody there to make the difference in yours. And I think that's the most respectable thing you can do, especially when you have 10,000 other things to fucking worry about. You choose to focus on people who need you, not even who need you, who don't even understand they need you, and you want to be there for them. That's what I think is very respectable.
A lot of people say that they want to leave this business in better shape than how they found it. They say that, but they don't do anything to provide any credence to that phrase and saying. What I'm doing now is I'm living exactly what I'm telling you as best as I'm not perfect. I'm not going to do it right all the time. Another situation that I was in.
God damn it, you're trying.
I'm trying really hard.
And it's just showing.
I also looked at the team that I had. I won't mention his name because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, but there was another guy that you guys know very well that is a colleague of mine, and him and I basically ran the show from underneath the main event all the way to the bottom. The guys above me had the main event, and me and one other individual ran down the whole card and traded off timing matches, agenting matches, helping these younger guys put matches together. Aussie G, I didn't tell him this up front because I didn't want to screw with his psyche, but he's been really struggling to get through with that audience for a long time. And my promoter walked up during the production meeting while we were going through the run sheet, and he said, tonight is Aussie's breakout match. And it's kind of like a make or break moment for him. This is going to tell us whether or not he's what we need. And he didn't know it at the time, but Aussie was at my house Thursday night prior to that. And we watched a bunch of his matches, and I picked every one of them apart. Said, here's what I need from you Saturday that's going to make the difference. And we like pantomimed things that we were going to do on Saturday. Yeah. And I helped him put the match together with...
so you work well with others, too.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. And he went out there as the opening match on this episode. And I told him when he came back, I said, it would have been a mistake not to have you open the show. Because I didn't need it perfect. I needed it coherent. And you did more than coherent because you came out and you opened the show. You set a tempo. You set kind of a bar, and you were the very first high voltage match ever in the history of the company, which in and of itself is an accomplishment. But you went out there and you did exactly what you were supposed to do, how I need you to do it. You went under your time, which is what I needed from you. And you and your opponent, Goosh, You guys went out there and had a hell of a opening match that didn't give too much, but didn't take too much either.
Yeah.
And, he's a young kid. I think he's 19, 20 years old, maybe.
Right.
He's got the light up shoes going on. He's got the looks. He's got
just,
everything.
he's like a baby deer. He's getting his legs under him, but he's doing a good job.
And you're there to support him. I feel like it's going to turn into something.
Yeah, and Hannah, who I believe they were an item at one point, him and Hannah. Hannah's the daughter of a friend of mine at church.
Yeah.
She's been training here with me. I didn't tell her that this is why I did it, but I put her in the position. You could see her at the very back end side of the corner over there, right by the curtain, between the curtain and the screen. She's sitting there where Chrissy Rivas gets out of the chair to announce. I assigned Hannah as the timekeeper to ring the bell for the night and to grab gear and bring it to the locker room. And the reason I did that, unbeknownst to her at the time, I did explain this to her later. Yeah. I said, I put you in the front row, best seat in the house, so you can watch everything that happens in front of you tonight is setting the stage for the same people that you're going to call colleagues when I'm done with you. These are the people that you're going to be in the ring with, and I want you to know, top to bottom, what you have in front of you to work with so we can hide your weaknesses and highlight your strengths and put you in the ring with any one of these people from top to bottom on the card, and you'll be okay.
And you have a brain.
Yeah.
You got a fucking brain too. It sounds like that's all I'm getting. I'm getting from this. If you ain't working for the Man in Black, you ain't doing it right now. You're probably working for somebody who does care to the point to where they want to fill a card, not care to the point of who it is.
I don't want to fill the card. I want to fill
like to know who it is.
Yeah, I don't want to fill a card. I want to fill people's memory bank with the money that they worked hard to pay to sit in one of those seats, either at the academy or at a bullshooters event. Every single one of those people have to wake up, roll out of bed early in the morning, go to work, and earn money that's either going to put food on their table or they're going to spend it paying for a ticket to see us, and it better be worth every red cent. And if you're not here to make it worth every red cent, then I don't want you anyways.
I got a smile on my face because I don't normally hear that. No, you mean you see it in people making shit up, right? But we get to see it and hear it live.
And granted, I don't get to make those decisions of who is and isn't on the show. But what I do get to decide is how much effort I want to put into the certain aspects of the show, depending on who's involved. And if I see that they care and they're coachable and they want to know and they want to listen and they want the help, then they've got all of me.
That's awesome.
All right, now real quick,
I didn't mean to hijack this.
We only got a couple minutes left. Go to the last match real quick. And while he does that, Alex, do we know what the card is going to be for this Friday night, day after tomorrow, when High Voltage Episode 2 premieres on YouTube at 6 o'clock Friday night, day after tomorrow? What is that, the 23rd? You don't want to miss it. Do we know what that card's going to be?
For this upcoming episode?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know that Alyssa will be her debut match will be airing. I don't know where at on the broadcast, but it's already been announced. It's been advertised. It's signed and sealed. Her debut match will be airing this Friday. I believe you'll also be seeing a tag team match or two. And then you're going to see some other pre-tapes. You're going to see some things backstage that are going to help set the stage for our New Dawn show, which is this upcoming Saturday. Yeah. And then you're also going to see some things that set the stage for upcoming televised events. So I can't give you the whole thing, but the one thing I can tell you to look forward to is that you are going to see Alyssa debut.
All right, real quick, again, who are the two guys in the ring right now?
That would be...
Is that Clutch?
That is Clutch and Cosmo Orion.
Yeah.
Clutch is a gem.
Cosmo is a former AWF champ, if I remember correctly.
Yes, sir. Just recently
lost it. And Clutch is my favorite guy on this episode.
He's one of my favorite people to
I love this guy so much, I need a t-shirt.
He's one of my favorite people to be in the locker room with. He's one of my favorite people to be around.
The guy in the black is Clutch, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, he was one of the few guys that I got along with when I was coming up in the business because we started around the same. I think I started just a little bit before him, but our paths didn't cross for a little while.
Okay.
And he was in a pretty hot tag team at the time, and his growth is incredible. Yeah. And he's had a hard road ahead of him, in the way he's been booked and the way he's been treated in the wrestling business by certain people.
And you want to change that.
And to see how hard this guy easily blew the crowd away with his work in the ring, and he's the most entertaining guy to watch. Me and Jared watched this episode the other day, and we had a watch party in here. We had a watch party in here, and you and I both just kind of fawned over how great of a job Clutch does, and he's a blessing to our locker room because he's not loud and proud, he's not rude, he's not Mr. Egocentric, but he is wise in his time in the business, and he's observant, but he's really a blessing to our locker room.
Some people don't understand. There's difference between in ring and locker room. There's a big, huge difference between in ring.
We got a couple of those
and
guys.
locker room.
We got
There's
a couple of those guys.
Fucking and some people. Sorry, part of my language. Some people don't get it. So when we talk about, you hear in the background Bob mentioning he's a completely different persona than when he's in the ring. That's a thing. Like people aren't. It's not a show. It's not a gimmick. It's not a show. People, when you're in a locker room with a bunch of males, even in high school, testosterone's flowing, right?
Yeah.
So people are like, I'm here, and they cause problems. They cause problems, and you're trying to tell me this guy that looks like he causes problems in the ring goes back there and knows how to act like an adult.
In the locker room. He is an adult.
That's awesome.
And he's a man. And
do you think that's any part of your coaching?
Not at all. I think he's a respectable person and he's a professional through and through. That's all on him and his journey all the way up to this point. We do currently and have had some problem children in our locker room. Most of them are gone.
Yeah. Usually they tend to leave even on their own accord.
Yeah,
Shitheads
but
don't last forever.
I have some problem children, but I would take, if I had 10 more clutches, big money clutches, I mean, we would have a harmonic locker room. And I mean, it's not that we're far off of it either. We have a lot of hardworking guys in that locker room, and I'm very proud of each and every one of them.
You can spot a ring general a mile off and clutches that.
100%.
All right, well, this is going to wrap up this week's episode of NSFW, the internet's most family-friendly NSFW podcast, Nerd Stuff and Rick and Wrestling. I want to remind you, like, subscribe. Go down in the description down below if you want to catch the full episode of AWF High Voltage. That first episode, the link is down in our description. Also down in the description is the Big Lip Radio link to the Discord, where you can go ahead and interact with us for Big Lip Radio and for NSFW. But just real quick, remind you guys, New Dawn this Saturday. Tickets are low. AWF High Voltage for Valentine's Day. Tickets are low. AWF High Voltage for March. Tickets are low. Get them now. It's you and your loved one can go for the price of taking a family out to McDonald's.
Yep.
And you can have more fun. Leave the kids at home or bring the kids.
It's a family-friendly event, so bring any and all. You're welcome, and this is the most affordable and entertaining show you're going to get here in the Valley.
Bulk is going to be at New Dawn.
You sure are.
I got my tickets.
Attaboy.
Yep. I don't know who else is going to be joining. I think Bob, you joining me at New Dawn?
I don't know. I got to talk to the wife.
That's usually my answer too.
Z Money, Papa J, you guys going to be at New Dawn?
Don't know yet.
Bulk will be there at least in a Big Lip Radio T-shirt. I ain't got no.
We will be there.
I ain't got no NSFW T-shirts yet, but I will
Big
soon.
Lip Radio will be there.
All right. Well, you guys have a great night, and we will be back in about 15-20 minutes with the Big Lip Radio podcast on YouTube, Twitch, everywhere but TikTok, because TikTok's a pain in the ass. All right. Have a good night. Afternoon, evening. Peace.